Just before this video starts, I'd like to point out that this idea was inspired by Nothing is Scary's Ranking the Demon List series, whose channel will be linked in the description below. Hello everyone, I'm Gaming Pro, and today I'm starting a new series called Ranking the Impossible Levels List. I'll be going from bottom to top, and each episode will cover 10 levels. Now, every level I'm going to be giving like a 1 out of 10 if it's bad, 10 out of 10 if it's amazing. This is very basic stuff. However, there are a few things that I need to point out before we start. Now, the most important thing is that I won't be ranking these levels based on how fun they are to play, as the whole point of an impossible level is it's not playable. It's meant to be watched, not played. So, because of that, every level on the list is going to be ranked on how fun they are to watch. And every level will be judged based on their time of creation. So, let's say a 1.0 level is fun if you watch it during 1.0. Then yeah, that's good. Now, there are over 1,400 levels on the list as of making this video, so this series is going to take a while. And with all that out of the way, let's jump straight into our first level of the series. First up, we have Ultimate Destruction by RobTop. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on how, this level's, older than the game itself, or I'm simply going to be, just getting straight to the point. This is an unreleased RobTop level that ended up becoming base after base. And, yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, it's pretty self-explanatory, it's decent, it has a cool song, I like the song, and overall, it's a good level to start off with. 6 out of 10.
Ultimate Destruction.
Next level is the original version of Can't Let Go by RobTop. Yet another extremely self-explanatory one. It's literally just Can't Let Go how it was in 1.0. That rhymed. But, I mean, other than the missing coins, I don't think there's really any differences. So, though if there is, I could be wrong, please let me know in the comments if I am missing something, because there's a small chance I am. But, as for the level itself, I'm also going to be giving this one a 6 out of 10. I don't like the Can't Let Go song as much as I like Ultimate Destruction as the song, though I do think Can't Let Go's decoration and overall just the level in general is a bit more polished than Ultimate Destruction. Next up is My First Level by Matty. And this one, this one's definitely a step down, though, if I'm being honest, 99% of 1.0 levels are just kind of trash by today's standards, but even for its time. And this level, it's not the best, it's also not terrible by 1.0 standards. It's actually decent for 1.0 standards. Now, the first half of this level is pretty cool. It has some pretty interesting background effects, so we can definitely account for those. However, the main problem I have of it is the fact that this level essentially becomes mid as hell in the second half. So because of that, this level is getting a 5 out of 10. If the second half simply had more background effects, it'd probably be a 7. Okay, next up is Chill Out by The Real Darnock. Now, you may know this level as being the oldest rated level in the game. And, well, for being that, this level's pretty good. It's not the best, obviously, like everything else we've already discussed, but this is good. In my opinion, I'm just going to get straight to the point because I really don't have anything else to say about this level. It's a good level, considering it's a Darnock level, that's not surprising. But if I'm going to give this level a rating, a 6 out of 10. Next up is The First Three Trials by Carbon Elite. Now, I don't really have a lot to say about this level. It's short, but it's got decent background coloring, and it's also got some cool structure designs that you don't see every day in 1.0 levels. But other than that, there really isn't much to say about this level, so I'm just going to be jumping straight to the rating, and I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. Next up is The Rainbow Road by Carbon Elite. Now, this is the only other Carbon Elite level on this list, and in my opinion, this one is much better than the last one. Dare I even say that this is undoubtedly the best rated level from 1.0. Out of less than 20 levels that were rated during 1.0, in my opinion, this is the best one out of all of them. And that's because of one main reason. Levels back then didn't really have themes like they do today, whereas this level, in case you don't have a brain, is rainbow theme, and although it's achieved by a simple background and ground color effect, it's a really cool use of background and ground color effects. We can make it have that. So, in my opinion, that alone is enough to give this level a 7. And actually, you know what? Not even a 7, an 8 out of 10. This is definitely the best level so far. Next up is a level simply called S, just lowercase s, that is it. Now, I'm not going to go into super big detail, but in short, there was a bug back on Android during 1.0 where you couldn't type more than a single, character in text fields, and, level titles is no exception. Now, that's likely why this is just one letter, one digit long. Now, as for the level itself, this is just the most average, 1.0 level. So this is like your typical decent unrated 1.0 level. In my opinion, there really isn't much to say about it. 5 out of 10. Next up is A Level from China by David. Now, this is, not only is this level's gameplay bad, now normally I would use that as an excuse to dislike this level, but in this case, we can't use a bad gameplay as an excuse to say a level's bad. But in this case, even the decoration looks bad. There's some parts that look okay, there's a ship part that uses, jump pads in it, which is pretty creative for the time, especially considering none of the main levels have that. But, other than that, there really isn't much about this level. I'm also going to be giving this one a 5 out of 10. And this time, it's heavily carried by the few bits of creative gameplay for the time. Next up we have M by M2 Call. Now you might know the creator as also being the creator of the oldest demon level in the game, Demon Park, which is a level we'll be talking about in a few episodes or so. I don't know exactly how many, but it'll be pretty soon. Now, this is M2 Call's first level, and it's rated, and in my opinion, it's also just not a bad level. It's actually good. It's good for 1.0. Now, of course, there is another issue that I'm going to bring up here. It was just a problem a lot of 1.0 levels have. They either have the default blue background / ground color, or it's just the white color. That's like the default for like color triggers back then. Now, there is an explanation for this, much like the single letter level names. And this time, it was also another Android bug, where you're not able to put more than one color trigger in a level without the game crashing. And you're also not able to edit color triggers. This level's a 6 out of 10, by the way. Now for our final level of episode 1 of this series, we're going to take a look at BP Night by RA7, or RA7, honestly I don't really know which way is correct, I'm just going to say RA7 just cuz. Now some of you might know that this is the first demon level in the game to have lost its demon rating, and it's because of a secret way near the beginning of the level that made this happen. Now, that reminds me, secret ways will not affect the quality of a level. If a level has a secret way, then the level will simply be judged based off of the normal route of the level. I'm saying this loud and clear, so don't go commenting of like, oh, it has a secret way, that should lower the quality. Well, I'm saying this so that doesn't happen. Now, as for the level itself, honestly, it's pretty good. It has some pretty cool structures. Now, unfortunately, the level kind of falls apart in the second half, similar to what happened with My First Level by Maddie. And it has the exact same problem, but it is okay. The first half is decent, so for that, I'm going to be giving it a 6 out of 10. Well, here we are at the end of the episode. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if this video, this first episode does well, then I will be making more. Now, consider this like a pilot episode to the series. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye-bye, everyone.